Hello and welcome. Thank you all so much for joining me on this exclusive live where I'm going to be answering your dying yes or no questions. That's right. So, absolutely free. Any yes or no questions you guys have, I'm here to answer them. The rules are quite simple. All you have to do is one, you must be subscribed to my channel. So if you are watching this video and you have not hit the subscribe button, please go ahead and hit subscribe. You do have to wait it out about 10 minutes or so before you can interact in the live chat. But after you hit subscribe and you are already locked in, you will have access to ask any question you would like in the chat. Now, in order for me to connect with you, you do have to put hashtag Q in front of your question. Again, hashtag Q in the chat in front of your question. That is how I'm able to know you are asking a serious yes or no question. We have to make sure these are yes or no questions, okay? So these are not mini read questions. These are complimentary yes or no questions. Once you submit your question, do know that there is going to be a vast flood of questions into the chat. So I kindly ask that you go ahead and submit your question multiple times throughout this live. Because when I'm ready to call the next person for their reading, if I don't see your question posted in the chat at the time that I select a question, then of course I will not be able to answer it for you. Another cool opportunity I have available this evening is if you would like to donate to the channel. A simple donation of $9.99 or more using the link provided in the pinned comment, as well as a live chat that I'll periodically post into the live stream, which you guys can see it right here, or the description box below, will direct you to my website, MikaDivineSpiritualGuidance.com. Once you pay and submit your question, you will be guaranteed a reading this evening. Now, we are going to be on this live for 2 hours answering a lot of questions. So it may or may not be your lucky day. But if you want to make sure you get a question answered tonight, all you got to do is click on that link that you just see right here or in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment, to go ahead and make your donation today. Now, remember, it's only the questions I'm drawn to for the free opportunity, but I'm looking forward to connect with each and every one of you. As you guys know, this evening is very special to me because it's an opportunity for me to help so many people that really need that guidance. So thank you all so much for coming to the live, showing your love by subscribing to my channel. And thank you to our amazing mods, T Rose, Mama Lisa, Keita, Fred, D Scott, DP. Thank you all so much to those that have contributed to the channel, as well as Michelle. And I appreciate all of you, those that come and watch me just about every single evening and support what I do. So this is a free gift from me to you. And for those that are in the, financial space to be able to go ahead and send a donation, you'll guarantee get a reading. Okay. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and make sure that people that have purchased a reading this evening get their question asked. First, we have Miss Destiny. Just give me 1 second, guys. Keep those questions coming. Keep them coming, guys. Thank you, Destiny. If you want to be like Destiny tonight and get your name added to our live VIP list, all you got to do is click on that link in the pinned comment to get your question asked. So Destiny, we're going to do your question first. Just give me 1 second, love. Thank you all so much for coming. And if you guys would like me to do more freebies like this, be sure that you guys go ahead and hit the like button. Very important step. I don't do these often, but I would say we've been getting a lot of people that's been interested in getting readings lately. And I know everybody doesn't have the means to afford a reading. So this is a special way for me to be able to connect with so many people who may need this opportunity. All right, y'all, we're going to get started in just a second. I'm just trying to also give people a chance to come to the live. All right. So, Miss Destiny, are you here? Destiny, are you here? We're going to go ahead and start your question. Thank you so much for your donation. Hey, Destiny. Okay. Hey. All right, Destiny. We're going to go ahead and start your question. Here we go. So you want to know, this is for Destiny P. Destiny P. Your yes or no question is there a third party in your relationship with L? Okay. Is there a third party in your relationship with L? All right, I got you. All right, Destiny, here we go. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Destiny's relationship with L. Is there a third party? Is Larry talking to a third party? Is there a third party romantically that Larry is connecting to in his relationship with Destiny? We have the King of Cups in the reverse. We have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. And we have the Lovers in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse and the Five of Swords in the reverse. Okay. You know, I really feel like the only thing that he may be doing at the most is maybe talking to people, but I'm not even getting that really. Because I think what's happening is he's very like overwhelmed with other opportunities that's presented to him. It's nothing that's exciting him or getting him going. It's nothing that's really piquing his interest. He doesn't have any emotions. If there is a third party, there's nothing really there. Does that make sense? There's really nothing there. So I would say no. If there was one, it's kind of fizzled out. I hope that makes sense. Yeah. I would say there is something sneaky about him being very manipulative and sneaky. So I do see that, but I don't really see him doing that. So let's see. I'm going to start clarifying and kind of tell you what's going on, why he's acting so weird. Destiny. So can you tell me why he's been acting weird? What is this deceptive energy? What is the deception about? We have the Strength card. We have the Two of Cups. And we have the King of Wands. So in other words, what you're dealing with is a situation where he's trying to make this relationship work with you. And I think that's his primary focus. Because I think what he's realized is that deep down, he would definitely like another chance with you, or he would like to have a new fresh start with you. So whatever that means to you, I don't know if you guys ran across a rough patch, but it's also a challenge for him. Yeah, it's like he just wants to bring this relationship to a peaceful space, but I'm also noticing that he's also somebody that's very cold and emotionally closed off. He's not a very emotional individual. So to you, it may seem like he doesn't care, but he actually does. He just has a really bad way of expressing his emotions. So you may have kind of noticed that he's someone that doesn't really open up, express his feelings. He just kind of closes himself off. He wants to make amends with you and you guys to not be on a bad term or page. But I think there just needs to be a conversation because I think that's what's happening. You guys are just not having a good communication thing going on. But yeah, I don't know if he is somebody that you feel like you can continue to build with. I haven't looked at your energy, but that's something you're going to have to look into. And I saw that you did book a personal with me and I sent you a separate email, Destiny, for you to submit those questions. So if you want me to look further into that situation in your reading that you're booking with me, let me know, put your questions in there or whatever you want me to dive deep on. Okay. But I hope that gives you some insight. I'm really not picking up third party. Maybe at some point he was checking out a little bit, but I think you're dealing with someone that's really bad with expressing his feelings. But deep down, he really wants to make it work with you. So he's not really focused on the third party right now. All right. So we're going to keep this train going. We have Miss Cassandra next. Miss Cassandra, are you here? Miss Cassandra, are you here? Miss Cassandra, did you come back? I hope you're here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do your reading. Hopefully you'll catch it. I know you just paid, so hopefully you'll make your way back to catch your reading. All right. Last call for Miss Cassandra. Hopefully you can catch this question live. I hate to do your reading without you here. Miss Cassandra, are you still here? Okay, we'll go ahead and do your question. You want to know, does JJG currently at this moment in time still in love with you? Okay, so you want to know, does JJG at this moment in time still in love with you? All right, so we'll look at his feelings for you. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Cassandra's person that's currently on her mind. JJG. Tell me about JJG, true and honest feelings for Miss Cassandra. King of Cups. Yeah, definitely a lot of love for you. 10 of Cups in the reverse and the Chariot in reverse. So this is him saying yes. This is him saying, yes, I'm still in love with you, but I definitely feel like he's regretting missing out on this opportunity. Yeah, he regrets missing out on this opportunity. And he feels like I think he's made a decision to stay in his low vibrational space. And he knows deep down that's probably what ruined this opportunity, but it doesn't change how he really feels about you. And that's what you do need to know. Okay. He still has a lot of feelings for you. So that's a good thing to know. But with that Devil card, as far as the judgment, he has made a sound judgment call to remain toxic and low vibrational. And if you guys were to get back together, I think he would breadcrumb his way through the situation. He wouldn't give you more than that. Okay. You guys, please no super chats. No super chats, no super chats, no super chats. Unless it's a donation. No super chats. Mods, can you please help me out with that? Because YouTube takes 30%. So if you would like to pay for a reading, you must click on that link at my website. Please, no super chats. I will not answer questions if you guys send super chats, okay? I'm not trying to be mean, but please do not do that. All right, here we go. You're welcome, Miss Cassandra. I'm glad you caught it. I didn't know if you heard the whole thing, but rewind the tape so you can kind of hear the whole thing. I hate you missed it. All right, Jasmine, I will do your question, but that's it. No super chats. I'm going to emphasize it again. If you send a super chat, it will be a donation. Please do not send super chats. Do not send super chats because y'all about to start something and I promise you, you're going to miss out on some money when you could have clicked on that link and gone to my website and paid there. Because what you guys don't realize is YouTube takes 30% of my money versus going through my website. So that's why I change it up. No super chats. Okay. Thank you so much, T Rose, for that. Okay. Jasmine, I'll do your question real quick. Jasmine wants to know, my friend Nick is going to be my boyfriend. Okay. Okay. Oh, you got your tarot deck? Yay! I'm so glad you like it, Cassandra. Yay! Thank you so much. And I hope you like the little message and stuff. I love it. Yeah. Yay! But it's so cool because it's waterproof and it's light. The only thing I hate about the deck is it is kind of slippery, but it's really kind of like one of those things that's more so like a like one of those things you can floss. You can floss and say, look, I got a waterproof tarot deck and it's signed by my favorite tarot reader. So yeah, awesome. All right, here we go. Jasmine, I'm going to answer your question, but that's it. I'm not answering nobody. If you send a super chat, y'all, I'm not answering it. It's a donation to the channel. Love and light. All right, let's ask about Nick. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Nick. What is Nick's true, honest intentions with Jasmine? What is Nick's true and honest intentions romantically with Jasmine? We have the 6 of Pentacles, the 4 Wands, and the Ace of Wands. Okay. Underneath the deck, we have the 2 of Swords and the Knight of Swords. To be honest with you, Jasmine, he's very unsure. He's very unsure how he wants to go about this. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to give it a chance, meaning he's trying to, show that he cares. I'm trying to buy time to show that he's interested. But this is someone who deep down underneath the surface, he's unsure if he should run. So the answer is he's unsure, but he's going to keep trying to build here so it can potentially lead to something significant, but it's still too soon for him to make a decision. I hope that makes sense. Thank you, Jasmine. All right, guys. Once again, if you would like a question answered, I'll go ahead and pick a question now from you guys live. All I ask everybody is if you're interested in getting a guaranteed reading, do not send a super chat. All you got to do is go to my website, MikaDivineSpiritualGuidance.com. I'm about to drop the link in the chat for you guys. So that way you can go ahead and click on the link. But like T Rose says, no super chats. YouTube takes all my money. So we do it a little different. All right, so I'm looking for that question in the chat. I'm looking for that question in the chat. You're very welcome, Jasmine. I'm looking for that question in the chat. Hashtag Q, hashtag Q. Let's see who we're going to pick. All right. All right, we're going to do Philomena 444. Philomena, hey. Philomena wants to know about her love life. Is anything new coming? All right, let's look, Philomena. Thank you, Philomena, for being a loyal subscriber to the channel. Woohoo! I know. Yay! All right, let's see what you got coming your way in love. You're very welcome. Spirit, will Philomena have any new love headed her way anytime soon? We have the Lovers in the reverse. We have the King of Wands. And we have the Page of Wands. Underneath the deck, we have the Page of Swords in the reverse and the Fool in the reverse. The answer is you're holding your own self back. That's why you're not attracting love. You don't trust putting yourself out there. You say you want love, but you're holding yourself back. So you have to make yourself more readily available, Philomena. Put yourself out there and really take the action associated with finding someone to get into a relationship with. So I think you're kind of at a phase where you're interested, you're curious, you're inspired to, but you can't really find anybody that knows that you're single and ready if you're sitting at the house. So you're going to have to step it on up. Step it on up, step it on out. Philomena says spot on, fear and trust. That's it. That's what I got. Good luck to you, Philomena. I'm so glad the reading resonates with you, love. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. All right. All right, y'all. I see all those beautiful souls out there. Woohoo! Y'all coming through, man. Whoop, whoop. That chat going crazy right now. Let's go ahead and pick someone else. Let's see. Drop those hashtag Qs and your questions in the chat. Remember, if you want to be guaranteed a reading tonight, it's a $10 donation using that link that I have dropped into the live chat. Click on that link to go to my website to get a guaranteed reading. Let's go. Who we got next? All right, we're going to do Raymond Taurus. Raymond Taurus, 9195. Raymond. Raymond Taurus, 9195. Woohoo! He's here. So Raymond, you want to know, will my ex Aquarius try to contact me? Let's see. Spirit, tell me about Raymond and the Aquarius X. Raymond and his Aquarius X. Tell me, what is the Aquarius X true intentions? Does she plan to contact Raymond? We have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Nine of Cups in the reverse. We have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Sun in the reverse, as well as the Queen of Pentacles. All right, this Aquarius you're dealing with, Raymond, is very, very stubborn, okay? I'm talking about very stubborn, which is typical Aqua energy, you know? Aquariuses can be typically stuck in their ways. And because of this, she's in a very self-protective mode, meaning she's not willing to budge. She's standing 10 toes down on trying to hold back, standing 10 toes down on not trying to contact you. And it's because she's not feeling too good. She's not feeling too hot. She's very upset. And she's going a little crazy in her mind right now. All right. Yeah, she's feeling down and out. She's feeling down and out by this whole circumstance. And right now, she's also very angry, okay? Very angry, very upset. She she doesn't have the strength or the courage or confidence to really face or deal with this situation. And I think she's made that decision. You know, when you're dealing with fixed signs, Aquariuses, Leos, Tauruses, or Scorpios, you know, once those type of people typically make their decision, they stand 10 toes down. So I definitely wouldn't be looking for this one. I would definitely be keeping my options open. Good luck to you, Raymond. I hope that gave you some clarity and insight. Good luck to you. Thank you so much for being a subscriber of the channel. Let me know if it resonates. Let me know if it resonates, Raymond. All right, we're rolling. Remember, if you want to get a guaranteed reading tonight, it's a $10 donation that you make at my website. The link I just dropped into the live chat. Click on that link to get a guaranteed reading tonight. It's only $9.99 per question. Next, who we got next? Let's see. No super chats. No super chats. All right, next we have Influence Rubio. Influence Rubio. You're next. Influence Rubio. All right, Influence Rubio. You want to know about your ex. Hey, surprise. You want to know about your ex. Your question is, will my ex try to reconcile with me? Okay, let's see. Spirit, tell me about Influence Rubio's ex, the ex that's on Influence Rubio's mind at this time. What is that person's true and honest intentions? Are they intending to reconcile with Influence Rubio? We have the Wheel of Fortune. the Eight of Pentacles, the Chariot. Underneath the deck, we have the Two of Cups in the reverse and the Magician, as well as the Death in the reverse. So yeah, this is somebody, honestly, who does have a strong internal desire to definitely want to turn things around, turn over a new leaf, and start this thing over. So the answer is yes, they do. Now, it's going to be up to you, of course. I think the reason why this person is holding back is because there's been this miscommunication, blockage, lack of trust that you will take them back, or they just feel like you just wouldn't hear them out. Okay. So it's going to take a lot of strength and a lot of courage for this person to come forward to you. But you know, if you don't receive their offer, then they definitely will give up. Okay. All right. So good luck to you. Let me know if it resonates. Thank you all so much for coming. Y'all be sure to hit the like button if you're enjoying what we're doing tonight. If you're enjoying this free complimentary yes and no reading. Also, don't forget that if you would like to be guaranteed a reading tonight, all you got to do is click on that link in the pinned comment as well as the description box below. I've also just dropped it into the live chat for you to get a guarantee reading. Do not send a super chat, but click on that link, check out with your question. All right. We're going to go to the next lucky subscriber. Make sure you put hashtag Q in front of your question to get your question answered. TMKC 181. What to do? TMKC wants to know, does my person want to be serious about me? All right, let's see. After TMKC, we just got a donation. And that donation is from Miss Adele. Adley or Adele. I think it's Adley. So we're going to go ahead and do Miss TMKC's question, and then we'll do Adley next. Thank you for your donation tonight. TMKC with the celebration. Woo! All right. Let's do this. Now I got to find your question again because I got distracted. You said, is somebody serious? Put your question again, TMKC. It's going fast and I lost it. You asked about somebody being serious. I'm sorry, hon. Okay, does my person want to be serious with me? Okay, all right, I got you. All right. So Spirit, tell me about TMKC's person, the person that TMKC is connected to romantically in love and romance. Does this person really want to be seriously like pursuing TMKC? We have the Page of Cups in the reverse. Justice in the reverse. The Chariot. Underneath the deck, we have the Six of Cups in the reverse, as well as the Nine of Wands in the reverse. So this is like somebody that has had a lot of history with you. And I feel like they're very much in a space of feeling like the victim. So this is someone that really needs you to show up for them. Very emotionally immature, very emotionally closed off, very codependent on you and how you make this person feel, TMKC. So to answer your question, are they going to take it seriously? I don't see that. I see this is someone that's still learning how to navigate through their emotions. And, you know, typically people that operate in this type of energy can't let go of stuff. So I feel like there's a grudge here between you two that they can't let go. And so they would kind of like rather be alone, pull their energy back until you show up and start making them feel important. Yeah, but there definitely is still this open cycle, which I'm sure you're feeling drawn by this person because there may have been something significant about what you were providing this person. And they took full advantage of that. And so now that you're moving different, I'm sure they feel some kind of way. Yeah, they feel devastated. Ten of Swords. So again, it's a victim mentality. Let me know if it resonates. Sorry for the bad message, but you know we keep it real on this channel. We keep it real. These folks running out. At least you know now, you know. Ugh. Okay. So next we have Miss Adley. Adley. Adley, are you here? All right, Adley's here. Woohoo! I got your donation. Thank you so much for donating to the channel this evening. So you do get a guaranteed reading. And if you guys want to be like Adley and get a guaranteed reading, you just click on the link that I just dropped into the live chat to go ahead and book a guaranteed yes or no question this evening. No super chats. You got to book through the website. All right, let's get it going. You want to know, will me and the Gemini move towards a romantic relationship? All right. So you're talking to a Gemini. All right. And you want to know, will this thing grow into something romantic? Let's see. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Adley's Gemini, the person that's on her mind. The person that she's currently thinking about romantically. Will Adley and this Gemini move toward a romantic relationship? We have the Six of Wands. Six of Cups in the reverse. The Magician in the reverse. And underneath the deck, we have the Eight of Cups in the reverse, as well as the Knight of Swords. You got an avoidant on your hands, okay? You got an avoidant on your hands. And what I mean by that is, at the same time that they try to progress and move towards building something with you by getting admiration, attention, all that good stuff from you, something happens. Something happens where this person begins to get triggered by maybe certain things that they experience. And it's not necessarily you. It has something to do with their past. Yeah. Yeah, there was somebody from their past. I don't know if they are still trying to get past that, but it's making this person very weary of going all the way. So in other words, to answer your question, he wants to move towards a relationship, but he's very, very scared because of these triggers that happen. Okay. So if you're not careful, you're going to be dealing with someone who doesn't really have a solid plan. So what I recommend, and this is just a general thing I recommend to my beautiful subscribers when you're dating. You said he told you that. You said, yes, he had told me that. And that's true. It's right here. I'm filling up the energy. So you know I'm the real deal, right? You see it? You see it right here. So what does this mean for you? Listen to me closely. If you don't hear anything I said in this reading, listen to me. You set up a deadline for yourself. How long does he have to lock you down into a relationship? And if he doesn't give you a relationship, I say in the dating phase, it should only be about 3 months. If he doesn't give you a solid romantic relationship offer within 3 months of dating this person, at that point, that should tell you everything you need to know. He ain't ready, and it's time to move on to the next. And to be honest, if you find yourself only focusing and laser focusing on one man, you're dating wrong. Because that ain't your man. That ain't your man. You're dating with intentions. So that means you are in an interview process. You're getting to know him. You're letting him do his thing and court you, but you're also spending time to get to know other people because he may fall off. He has this avoid and attachment style, which is a recipe for disaster because right when you begin to catch feelings and go deep with it, he gone out the door because he's scared, because he got cold feet. And nobody got time for that. And he's already vocalized. And that's another thing, ladies. When a man tells you something, like, oh, sometimes, it's going to take me a little while. Listen to what they saying. If he's vocalized all these things I'm telling you, then he's telling you right now, you're going to have to wait until I'm ready. And that may not come until months or years down the line. And time is the most valuable thing we have. Time. So imagine if you stay with this fool for several months and he never offers you a relationship, you have missed out on several months of opportunities to find your husband that you can't get back that time. So do not, ladies, fall into the trap, because a lot of women do this. Fall into the trap of getting so emotionally invested and you find out, oh, it's nothing. Now you say, a lot of y'all be saying, oh, it's not that serious. But I'm just saying, you date intentionally. So if they not hitting on what you need them to hit on, it's time to skedaddle. Deuces, chunk them deuces, cut them off. Cut the cord, cut the line, cut the phone calls, cut it. You need to cut it. You need to cut it. Okay? I'm just saying. You know why? Because you can't get that time back that you don't waste it on a fool that don't know what they want. And this feels like that, but he may get there. He may. And that's why I say you have to decide what that looks like for you. I say no more than 3 months. If a guy's talking to me, it's going to be way less than that, but they don't know that. And I'm gone. Need to cut it. It don't take long for a real man to know if they want you, though. For real. It don't take them that long. All right. Let me know. Let me know, Adley. Let me know if it resonates. I think it does. Good luck to you, boo. All right, y'all. We still rolling with the free questions. Woohoo! Adley says, hey. I'm telling you, you need to cut it, baby. You need to cut it. All right. Drop those questions into the chat. You're very welcome. I think I need a guy. Do I have any fellas out there? Where the fellas at? Where the fellas at? Where the fellas at? I need to see some guys pop up. I haven't talked to no guys all night, I feel. Where the guys at? I got guys subscribers too. Okay, King Henry, hey. All right, King Henry, give me a question. I don't see no other guys. Dwayne, okay, Dwayne. You got a question, Dwayne? All right, it's going to be between Dwayne and King Henry. Let's see who drops their question first. Okay, we got Balance too. My boy Balance in the building. My Pisces guy. I know Balance is a Pisces. All right. Oh, Dwayne beat you, King Henry. You know, guys like a challenge. So, I have to put a little challenge on them. But no, Balance, King Henry, if y'all have questions, drop it in the chat as well. We're going to go ahead and do Dwayne Blake. Dwayne Blake, let's get it. Fred, hey. All right, Dwayne wants to know, will Lisa let her guard down soon? All right, Lisa. Not our Lisa, but your Lisa. Much love, Dwayne. Thank you so much for the love and support. Thank you to you all for showing up just about every night and showing some love with me, hanging out with me. You could be anywhere in the world and you're here. So I appreciate y'all. All right, here we go, Dwayne. Spirit, tell me about Dwayne and Lisa's relationship. Dwayne and Lisa's relationship. Will Lisa drop her guard? What is her intentions with dropping her guard to open up more to Dwayne? We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Sun. We have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. And underneath the deck, we have the Four of Pentacles as well as the Ten of Swords. Wow, okay. Here, this is what you got going on, Dwayne. It's quite simple. You're dealing with someone who is very much unhealed and unstable, okay? She wants to open up, but she just really struggles because she's holding on to a lot of pain. And I don't know if this betrayal or pain is associated to something within your relationship or before or whatever, but she's very much in a lot of pain, okay? So let's see, what is that pain she's holding on to deep down that's holding her back? All right, so we have Three of Cups in the reverse, King of Swords in reverse, okay. She doesn't want to deny being close to you, but at the same time, she would prefer to just kind of be left alone. I mean, she is a Virgo, so I can understand this energy. It's kind of like, I really want to be with you, but at the same time, I'm so freaking terrified that if I'm honest with him and let him know that I don't really want to be bothered, it's going to push him even further away. So I'm going to fake it till I make it. But the trauma is not defined. I don't know what the trauma is stemming from, but it's some type of traumatic situation that she's experienced, Dwayne, and it's caused her to feel like she needs to hold back. Let me see if I can do some more investigating. Spirit, tell me more about this pain she's going through. Okay, we have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So I don't know if you guys are having like some difficulty in your relationship. But it's like she wants to work through the issues, but she's still hurt by something from the past. Now, I don't know what's going on with y'all. Dwayne, what you done did to my girl Lisa? Hold on now, Dwayne. Yeah. You guys are not talking now. You done triggered. See, you ain't told me the truth, and I done found out the truth now, Dwayne. You hold it back, Dwayne. Dwayne, you done hurt this girl. So Since you guys are married, I recommend counseling. I recommend counseling. Hear me, Dwayne. I know you don't want to go to nobody counseling. Oh, you guys are divorced. Okay. So if it's already a done deal, then it's over. She's still holding on to that pain because it's some type of betrayal that she experienced. And I don't know if this was with you or with something else, but something associated with this relationship she's still holding on to, which is why she's only texting. I can't define what that is, but you may have a clue what that is. But it's something very significant. It's a lot of trauma from her past she's still holding on to. And it has to be associated with something you did or said. It's something you have done or said, where her energy is totally closed off to you. But the best she can offer you, like I say, is very minimal. Text, whatever. You understand what it is? Okay, great. So that's where we're going to stop right there. I hope that gives you some understanding, and then look at it like this. I tell people all the time, Dwayne, everybody experiences betrayals and traumas in different ways. So for her, she may hold on to that pain for a very long time. And sometimes the pain or the betrayal is so significant in people's life that they hold on to that pain for years. So it could be something so significant to where she just cannot let whatever has happened go. Sometimes the pain is so bad where it's like, it's unforgivable. And it's like, it seems like it's one of those deals for sure. So I hate that for you, but that's what it is. Tanika's next, and we're going to pick another guy, y'all. I got to get my guys out the way. I don't have a lot of guys on the channel, and I barely pick on guys. So I got to get another guy after Tanika, because Tanika did donate. You're very welcome, Dwayne. Very welcome. Tanika, hey, you're here. All right, girl, let's do this. You want to know, what do I need to know in the near future? Girl, that's not no yes or no question. I said a yes or no question. You try to get the free 99 mini read. Oh, Tanika, out of line, out of order. You out of line, out of order, ma'am. Out of line, out of order. No, ma'am. She trying to get a whole mini reading for the free 99. Y'all see how she do me? All right. Just give me a yes or no question. Just rephrase it in the chat for me, boo, and I'll answer it for you. Any yes or no question. Is there new love coming in 2026? Okay. Let's see. Okay, my girl. Let's see, my girl, Tanika. Spirit, tell me about Tanika's love life. Will she have a new relationship? A solid, real connection where they see each other, Spirit. By the end of 2026. We have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. And we have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the High Priestess and the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. It's quite interesting because I feel like right now and during the year of 2026, most of your focus will not be love. I'm not seeing that. I think most of your focus is going to be your money, your career, and your stability. like moving in silence to build that. And there's going to be suitors. I'm getting, you're going to find a lot of suitors. You're going to find a lot of people that, you know, you may potentially go on dates with, talk to, get to know. But you're also going to like that money a little bit better. I think you're going to say, you know, I don't know if I really want a relationship though. Like, it's going to feel very like you have to make a choice. You're going to be kind of stuck. I think in the back of your mind with these suitors is it really worth it? Is it worth me sacrificing, you know, the money I'm making, my career, or my other, you know, things that I'm working on? Because what I'm noticing is that by the end of 2026, see, exactly, you are a workaholic. Exactly. You're very solid. So much so that you are going to have a sense of hyper independence to where you're like, do I really want a man to come up in my life and disrupt all this money I got coming in? Like, do I really want that? So that's the conversation you're having with yourself. And that is the thought process you're having with these suitors. Is the sacrifice more valuable than the money that's going to be dropping up, the deposits that's going to be dropping up in that bank account? That's what you got to decide. And you're going to be stuck with it. So the answer is, you know, I don't know. It just depends on which path you want to take. You will have options, you will have opportunities, but something tells me you're not going to be finding somebody worth letting go of your coin. And I'm going to ask you, Tanika, has that always been the issue in your life where you always felt like you have to choose between a man and making money? Because if that's the case, if you don't change that energy, then you'll be in the same position you were, you know, like you were this year, where you're just going to be getting your money and not really in a solid relationship. So I hope that makes sense. Yeah. You just always worked, correct. So I think there has to be an adjustment in your lifestyle in order to see the outcome change. Yep. I'm glad it resonates though. Good luck to you. I hope that, you know, at the end of the day, you make the best decision for you. And at least that's something to think about. Like, how can I make space and time and focus? Because the thing we focus on is the thing that we actually grow in. So if I'm focusing on my career or my business or my money, I'm going to see growth there, but my relationship may lack. So if you put more focus in your love life, you're going to see it grow. But if you don't put focus on it, it's going to lack. You get what I'm saying? So there you go. Good luck to you, boo. Thank you so much for the support. You said I don't stay attached to people. I know. You understand. So that's what has to happen. All right. But you will have suitors. You just have to decide which one's for you. All right, guys. Next guy. Hey, fellas. Hey. One more guy. Where my guys at? Balance, you still here? King Henry's here. Okay, I need another guy. Guys, fellas, where you at? All right, we got King Henry. We got Orion here. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do King Henry because he is one of my Soul Tribe members. I gotta represent for Aqua Gang too. He's a fellow Aqua. What up? What up? Will work pick up for me and stay consistent? You feel like they're trying to sabotage you. Dang, really? Ooh, you know, King Henry, we're definitely dealing with some rough times, you know, in our economy, just in general with all that's going on. So what I would do, and I'm going to pull cards, but what I would do, King Henry, is definitely be on the lookout for something else. You know what I'm saying? Play it smart like Aquas do. So be on the lookout just in case. Just in case, because some people are losing their jobs. Okay, here we go. Spirit, tell me about King Henry's job, the current position he's working at. You're looking for sure. Good, 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 good. I should have known that. You an Aquarius. We be 10 steps ahead of folks. I should have known. So we'll pick up for King Henry and stay consistent. We have the 6 of Wands. We have the 2 of Swords in the reverse. And we have the Emperor in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Magician in the reverse and the 4 of Wands. As an Aquarius, and I can say this because I'm an Aquarius too, you like to be in control, but this is one of those situations where you can't be in control. So don't let what's happening overwhelm you or feel like you have to do anything different than what you've been doing, because I feel like you're making progress. But the progress is going to be the results of the progress of seeing things play out in your favor is going to be very slow. And I think also you're stressing yourself out because of this. It's like you're kind of fixated on the outcome more so. And you don't even have all the information. So what I would do is I would continue to look. I feel like it will pick up for you, though. The answer is it will, but I'm still not so confident that it's going to play out the way you want to, because you got to rethink your approach. I think you're hurting yourself more so than trying to control it, than just kind of let it play itself out. So it's like this internal battle that you're going through that's kind of messing you up. Yeah, and that's what it's saying. It's like, don't fight the people. Because it said you've been fighting with these people over having seniority, pay scale, etc. for months. Right. So that's what I'm saying. You may have to fall back and just kind of not really get so involved with being overwhelmed by this and needing to control how it plays out. So that's, I guess, what Spirit is saying, like you trying to control how they do it. And then just let it be what it be. And if it's not to your standards, find something else. Because I think the progress is going to happen and the results, you'll start seeing gradual progress, but it's not going to happen in the time that you want it to happen. And of course, that's going to be very frustrating for an Aquarius, especially when you don't feel like you're getting paid what you deserve. So that's where you have to kind of probably consider something else. So I hope that does help you get some clarity to the situation. All right. Lance would be next. Thank you, Lance, for your donation. If you guys want to be like Lance and get a guaranteed reading tonight, all you got to do is click on the link that I'm putting into the live chat for you to be directed to my website, MikaDivineSpiritualGuidance.com, to make a donation of $9.99 or more to get your question answered guaranteed live. All right. You're very welcome, King Henry. So yeah, it's just a matter of you just kind of have to surrender and just let it go how it goes, because I think it's going to be like talking to a brick wall. They heard you, but they're not going to budge. They're still going to move at the pace that they want to. And so I feel like it'll progress, but not at the time or the way that you want it. I hope that makes sense. So it's going to be very slow, very gradual. And by then you probably done found something else. All right. Lance. Lance, are you here? Lance, you're up. Ah, that's Balance. Okay, cool. Thank you, Balance, for the donation. Cool. All right, let's get your question. It's loading. Just give me 1 second. It's loading, loading, loading. Got to think about it. All right, here you go. You want to know, is Zoe, who's a Leo sun, Libra, Leo sun, Libra moon, still hiding any secrets or lying to you about betrayals from the past that she knows of that I may know or not know of? Okay. All right. So, to keep it to one question, is Zoe hiding any secrets? Just in general. Any betrayal secrets from you? So let's see. Spirit, tell me about Lance and Zoe's relationship. Lance and Zoe. Is Zoe hiding any secrets, deceptive betrayal secrets from Lance? King of Cups in the reverse. Death in the reverse. Queen of Swords in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Three of Cups and the Five of Swords. Okay. 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 All right. She is quite the character. She likes a lot of drama. I think this is a woman that thrives off a lot of drama and mess, and she seems very messy to me. And I'm also getting she has a temper. So she'll pop off or have an opinion about things at a drop of a dime. I'm also getting she plays a lot of head games and mind games. And when things don't go well between you two, I think what she does is she will run off and engage in conversations or gossip with other people. So to be honest with you, as far as her true feelings for you, which I think is what she's kind of really hiding from you, is someone that's emotionally codependent and somebody that's very emotionally immature. That's kind of where I'm getting. So we're talking about easily triggered, can't handle adult conversations. When she's triggered, she takes it out on you. That kind of foolishness. And it's like nobody got time for that. But then it's like at the same time, she sticks around because she likes how you make her feel. You seem to be a very kind person. But of course, when things don't go right, she pulls away, right? So it's very difficult for me to really, say what the secret is other than I just feel like she's not really honest with you about how much she really does thrive off of being around you emotionally. But it's also the same thing that triggers her. because you won't let her get her way. You know what I'm saying? So she's always looking for that emotional support. That's very significant in her energy, I'm noticing. She may not be aware of balance. I hope that helps. Now, as far as anything else, I did see a 3 of Cups underneath the deck. So I don't know if you guys have gotten into a fight about a third party situation. But I'm not seeing like a romantic relationship or anything. I'm just seeing kind of like maybe just gossiping, talking to people. You know, she's very codependent. So this is not someone who could be alone. So say, for example, if you guys are on bad terms, she's definitely going to link up with other people. You know what I'm saying? And she'll look for people to, make her feel better than how she felt if you guys got on bad terms. Yeah. And also because of her emotional instability and immaturity, this is someone who has a hard time trusting people and never really can give you like a solid, mature love offer because she's always so closed off, which I'm sure you've probably noticed that. Like she never gets real deep. She goes up and down emotional wise, like it's very unstable underneath the surface with her. Okay. I hope that helps you kind of get some idea of kind of what she could be hiding. It's mostly just her emotional state and how she goes about dealing with her feelings. That's what I was getting. Okay. All right. Amanda, thank you so much, Amanda, for your donation. You'll be next. You're here. Hey, Amanda. Balance says, yeah, thanks, Mika, but I'm sure she will still hide lying about sexual betrayals from the past. I mean, she probably is. Like I said, she's very emotionally codependent. So when she's not feeling her best, what she will actually do is she'll go to other people. That's what I'm saying. She'll go to other people for emotional support, like, hang out with them, party with them, talk to them. Um, I'm not really getting a lot of lustful energy. I'm looking more so at like the energy is like very emotional. She needs emotional support always because she's very emotionally unstable. And when she gets triggered by you and angry, she bitches and complains and then she goes find someone to make her feel better. Yeah. So I hope that makes sense, balance of what I was saying. And hopefully gives you a little bit more peace. But even then, that can be a very emotionally draining person to be around, and it's not healthy, to deal with people like this because, what are you getting out of the deal? Like, how do you feel being around that? And if there's no trust, then it's hard to be in a relationship with someone like that. You got to be able to have the trust. And after the trust is gone, when the communication starts breaking down, then you have bigger issues. All right, we're going to move on to Amanda. I got your question here. You want to know, is true love calling to me before the year is up? All right. Spirit, tell me about. Hold on, that's not Amanda. That's somebody else. That's Brandy. Okay, I'm gonna do Brandy next. I'm sorry, Amanda. Let me go back. Look, the orders were coming in so fast. So that's Brandy's question. I'm sorry. We're going to do Amanda first. Yeah, it is a different person. I'm sorry. It just loads live. All right, here goes your question. Your question is, will my out of state move go well? Okay, you're doing an out of state move. Which is a big move. So let's see if it'll go smoothly. Spirit, tell me about Amanda's out of state move. Will Amanda's out of state move go smoothly? How will that move go? Yeah, it'll go smoothly. Empress, I think you have everything under control. You seem like you're somebody who is very mature, very accomplished, very determined, very focused. You also have this ability to be able to lead. So I feel like you have this thing about you where when you have your mindset on something, you go for it. So what I would tell you is everything's gonna be fine. Yeah, I think everything's gonna be fine. I wouldn't have anything to worry about. You may have some people that may not necessarily like the fact that you're moving. So I don't know if you've experienced like people saying stuff or giving you a hard time about it. But I mean, because you're so focused, I think you'll be fine. Yeah. Be careful with people that's more concerned with what they'll be missing out when you move. So I don't know if there's people that depend on you for stuff because you are coming up as an empress. That may be a reason why people are giving you a hard time because of the benefits of you being gone. I don't know if that makes sense. So this may be like family, friends, what have you. They may be like upset, like, well, where she think she going? I'm not gonna be able to get this. I'm not gonna be able to get that. And if it's not money, it's just having you around. You're like a security blanket. Yeah, your dad is not happy. Correct. There we go. That's what I was picking up. Like I'm getting somebody upset because they feel like they're going to be missing out on you and what you do for them or how you show up in their energy. But don't let that stop you. Don't let that change your mind. Yep. Amanda says, you called it. Yes, ma'am. I'm the real deal. Good luck to you, boo. You got it. You got it. And I'm assuming because you're an empress, it may be you're moving because of some type of job opportunity. Is that correct? Yep. See, I told you I'm the real deal. Yes, ma'am. So yeah, go for that money, girl. You're going to do great. Forget what those other folks say. Like, I love you, daddy. I'll come visit you during the holidays. Let me go get this bag real quick. Yeah, and then look, we got so much technology nowadays. You can do a video call. You know, like people do it all the time. So, hey, it is what it is, but it's going to go well. I think that's your biggest concern is like the people in your life that's the naysayers, that's like making you be all worried and stuff. I wouldn't. I would just, I mean, you seem very responsible and someone who has a plan. So I would just say make sure you dot your I's and cross your T's. I mean, I don't feel like I need to tell you that. You seem very much like the type of person that's already done all that. So now it's just a matter of people's opinions that care about you and you care about them and you're worried about what they say. But it's irrelevant. All right, Brandy, you're next. You're welcome. So right now we're going to do Brandy. Brandy is one of our beautiful subscribers who purchased a guaranteed reading tonight. So Brandy will be next. After Brandy, we have Fred. We're 2 questions. Thank you, Fred. So Fred will be next. Brandy, are you here? Brandy, are you here? I may have missed you. I want to make sure you're here so you don't miss your reading. Hey, Barbie. I'm feeling better. Thank you. You can probably still hear it a little bit, but I'm feeling a little bit better. Brandy, are you here? Okay. Well, Brandy, I'm going to go ahead and do your reading, love. I did email you a separate link to watch the video later. So hopefully you'll find your reading somewhere in this video. I'm not time stamping tonight readings, but yeah, here we go. So Brandy, you want to know, is true love coming towards me before the year is up? All right. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Brandy's love life. Brandy's love life. Is true love coming towards Brandy before the year is up? We have the 10 of Swords. We have the Empress. And we have the 7 of Wands. Underneath the deck, we have the Devil in the reverse and the Death card. Okay, I'm gonna fix it, y'all. Just give me a second. I see y'all in the chat. Hold on a second. Okay, so what I'm getting is you're still trying to recover from some type of betrayal. You know, you're still in a space of being very heavily guarded, Brandy, and that betrayal has really taken a toll on you to the point where you're not quite ready for something serious. You think you are, but there's still like healing that has to occur because you're still very guarded. Yeah, you're still very guarded because you're still trying to cut the cord between maybe a last situation or some type of situation that has let you down in some type of way. Okay. Now, your energy is also very thrown off as well. I'm noticing that it's very unstable because of this betrayal. And that's a recipe for disaster if you're not like emotionally grounded and, feeling secure and comfortable. I feel like you're dealing with a situation right now in your life where you're still healing. That's the big thing. You're still healing. You're still healing. So what I recommend you do, Brandy, is still take the rest of these last couple months to just kind of focus on your growth and your healing and get to a better space. If you're not quite there to that better space, what's going to actually happen is you're going to attract another karmic. Spiritually, that's what it means. And that's why, I tell people all the time, do not go and jump into another relationship until you are honestly and truly ready. Meaning you feel totally good about yourself. You've gotten to a space where you've gotten yourself content with being alone. You're not going to get into a relationship because you need somebody or you got to have somebody. No, you're in a relationship because you're just trying to find somebody that can add value to your life. That's it. And if you don't find it, you'll still be okay. But if you find yourself feeling bad because you feel alone, you feel lonely, you want someone, you're feeling down, and you want somebody to make you feel better, you're not ready. That's the worst thing you can do, because the toxic people, the narcissists, all those people can sense vulnerability from you, and that's where they'll take advantage of you. Okay? So I really hope that makes sense. Brandy, what you're doing. I think even Spirit with the Sun and the Ten of Pentacles, I think Spirit is saying for you to kind of focus on what you actually do want. What are you looking for in a relationship? Like, what do you want your Ten of Pentacles to look like? And you could use that time period to be thinking about that. Okay. And during that time period too, you're also working on yourself. You're working on yourself, finding your passions, your goals, and things you're really into. Okay, so I don't really see you finding your love life forever, but you may actually be just kind of, getting better, because you're still very hurt. I love the fact that this Empress energy comes in with the Seven of Wands, because it tells me that you're definitely protecting yourself, but the protection is so significant to the point where it's kind of hurting you because you're scared to get hurt. And that's because underneath the surface, there's still some work that has to get done. Okay. Good luck to you, boo. All right. So I don't know what the conversation was in the chat. You're very welcome, boo. You're very welcome. But somebody said something about they couldn't place an order or something. What did I miss? I'm trying to see, because it's still working for me. What's not working? I don't know what's not working. I just clicked on the link and it worked. I just checked. It's still available to purchase. So I don't know what you guys looking at or what y'all doing. But I'm going to drop the link into the chat one more time for those that want to get a guarantee reading. And then I'm going to pick somebody for a reading in just a second. What do you mean because you're on your phone, you can't donate? You should be able to do it with your phone or not. Are you clicking on the right link, baby? Are you clicking on the right link? It should work unless you don't have any money to be able to pay. Because you can pay through the website. You can pay with PayPal, credit card, Cash App, all of it. When you get to checkout, it gives you multiple options to check out. So I don't know what's happening. The link doesn't work. The link does work. All right, try this link. Okay, try that link. It's the same link. It's just the actual original link. I don't know why you can't do it, but it's been working just fine for everybody else. Okay, Brittany, is it still working? Is it working for you now? Do not send a super chat. Do not send no super chats. I'm not taking no super chats. I established that. Do not send a super chat. It's a donation. If you send a super chat, thank you. Thank you for the donation. I'm not answering no questions if it's a super chat. Oh, it's the app. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's working just fine on my end. And then I've had several orders already. So I don't know what's going on. But I'll put it there again for anybody else that can get on there and do it. All right, y'all. We're going to keep this train rolling. I don't know what's going on with the link. I haven't had any problems tonight. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe y'all need to upload. I don't know if you guys, if there's an update on YouTube. Fred, what's going on? I don't understand what the problem is. I really don't get it. You just click on the link. Like I'm on my phone here and I click on the link. Like I literally just clicked on the link on my phone right here that I'm streaming on and it took me straight to the website. So I really don't understand what the issue is. But okay. All right. Yeah, some people just can't afford it, I guess. $10. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pick somebody else for a free reading. No, we got Fred next. I'm sorry, Fred. I'm going to do your question first. It says because the link isn't clickable in the chat for us, it shows up as a normal text instead of a blue link. Oh, okay. Okay. So I wonder why. What about? Okay. So Orion, what about the pinned comment? Is the link on the pinned comment? Can you click on that? I'm just curious because I don't know if they did an update and y'all can't see it now. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. I wonder why they do that. I mean, it's in all white, but can you click on it though? The pinned comment link, can you click on it? Because that's all new to me. No. Okay. What about in the description box? Can you click on that link? So what about the description box though? When you know in the description box where we have links, am I just okay? So the description box links are not working either. I'm just curious. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm seeing something different. Because, you know, I'm streaming on my cell phone. And when I click on the pinned comment, the link is blue. You know, the link is blue in the pinned comment on my phone. So that's why I'm like, I don't know why y'all can't see that. And then the link in the description box is blue. And then when I drop the comment with the link, it shows up blue. That's crazy. That's what I'm thinking, Orion. I bet they done did something with the update. It has to be, because it used to not be like that. Oh, everything is transparent. That's crazy. So it looks like to the creator, you guys can still click on it. But I guess to the viewers, you guys can't. That's horrible. That's horrible. That's horrible. Wow. Okay. Because I was like, what is everybody talking about? You just click on it like we do back in the day. That's crazy. All right. We're going to do Fred next, and then I'll pick up somebody to do a free reading. We'll do Fred, and then I'll do my free reading person. All right. Oh, Fred doesn't even have questions. Fred! Fred says no questions, sending hug, and making sure you always remember you're appreciated and valued. Thank you, Fred. I appreciate it. Yours is easy. Well, let me just at least do something. Let's do something general real quick. If you don't mind, Fred. Anything Fred needs to know, Spirit. Okay, we got the Two of Swords, Six of Wands, the Emperor in reverse. You know, you have a difficult decision to make that's coming up very soon. And it may have something to do with some type of attention that you're going to get, or progress with your job or something like that. I don't know what that's about. What's this Two of Swords? It may have something to do with some type of relationship. I don't know. You may be getting some kind of attention. I got Cups here. So I don't know if you're dating or if you're getting to know people, but definitely you're going to be getting a lot of attention, and you're going to have to decide who you want to pick. But then there's this stubborn side of you that kind of says, you know, maybe I don't want to fall into that trap, but it's kind of like selling yourself short. That's what Spirit is saying. So be careful that you don't sell yourself short on your happiness. So I don't know. You may find some people that want to get your attention of some sort. I don't know if this is work or this romantic. Yeah, something is coming. I don't know what it is. It's either work, love, or something like that. But then there's going to be this internal battle that's going to tell you to no, don't do it. And Spirit is saying that's actually going to sabotage a beautiful opportunity for you. So don't do that. All right. I hate the link isn't working. That's crazy, y'all. What in the world? Oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to pick a free question. Thank you for those that figured out how to get to the link. Oh, man. All right, let's pick somebody. All right, Orion wants to know, will Marisha, let her guard down with me and reconcile anytime soon. All right, Orion. I don't usually pick guys, so I just feel drawn to pick one more guy, and then I'm going to start picking some women. Sorry, ladies. Y'all know I always read for women. I never pick for guys, so I'm trying to make an equal playing field tonight. You're welcome. You're very welcome. All right, let's look at Marisha. Let's see. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Marisha, the person that's on Orion's mind that he's connected to in love and romance. Marisha, the one that's guarded. Will she let her guard down anytime soon to try to reconcile with Orion? We have the Death in the reverse. We have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. And we have the High Priestess in reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Three of Wands and the King of Pentacles in the reverse and the Page of Wands. Like, she's really holding herself back and waiting, but she still has like some type of internal desire to want to definitely reconcile with you. Her biggest fear, though, is that the cycle is not going to go too well with you guys. So that's why she's been having this guard up. I don't know if there was a third party involved in this situation. I don't know if you had a third party or she's assuming you may betray her with some type of third party. That's her biggest fear. And I don't know if that happened in the past. Or she's just assuming this, but that's her energy. So like, even if she does come back into your life, this is somebody who definitely is not feeling very hopeful that this thing will work out because of this negative mindset. Yeah, she's not ready to fully commit. But she would like to, if you guys were to reconcile, let's take it slow and let's see. But it's almost like she's waiting for you to show up for her. It's almost like she wants you to prove to her that you are really serious about her. Like you said, that you're not talking to anyone else. She's very negative minds. Her energy is very pessimistic. And she's going straight to conclusion even before you reach out to her, if that's what you plan to do. You know, with people like this, I'm going to tell you very similar to what I told Balance earlier about, you know, trust in relationships. If someone doesn't trust you, it's already set up to fail. Because they're already going to begin to assume you're going to do something, even if you're innocent. But for some reason, that is what's holding her back. Yep. Orion says you're spot on, Mika. Yep. Is there any other reason why she's holding back? You know, she's trying to protect herself. And holding back is giving her a sense of control and power. But yeah, she doesn't like this feeling she gets with you. I can't put my hand on what that is. It's just lack of trust, I guess. That's what it is I'm getting. And I feel like if you are going to reconcile with her, you're going to see all this come to the surface because it's still very prevalent in her energy right now. Okay. That's what I got. I know it's very sad. And I don't know if you've done anything to make her think this or if that's just an insecure piece of who she is. So with that, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. Somebody says, thank you for providing these readings for the collective. You're very welcome. Thank you all so much for allowing me to connect with you all and really support people that I know that support what I do. I'll see a lot of you guys come through on a regular basis. and watch my content, like my videos, leave comments. So this is my gift to you all, just to say thank you. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. I'm sorry the link is acting a bit wonky, but somebody said if you screenshot it on your phone, you should be able to get a way to get directed to the website for those that are interested in getting a guarantee reading. Now, how to do all that, I'm not super tech savvy with that feature on a phone. But that's what Fred said you got to do. So there you go. Because somehow it won't let you click on the link, and I hate that. All right, Porsche. Porsche is next. Hey, Porsche. Orion says, I broke up with her in August and pursued someone else, but realized that's not what I wanted, then tried to reconcile, but then she turned cold. Yep, that's why. Yeah, because you went towards someone else. So that's her biggest fear, is that you're going to, leave her for someone else. Even if you didn't necessarily break up with her for that other person, in her mind, she associates you with being that guy. That if I go back to him, oh yeah, he's going to probably have a lingering eye and find someone else to get with and leave me. So she may perceive you as a guy that strings along women and use them as space fillers until the next comes along. And that may not even be your character, but that is what she's getting from that experience, which her feelings are valid for sure, but I would just move on. Porsche wants to know, will me and Mr. Smith reconcile soon? Let's see, Porsche. Thank you, Porsche, for being a loyal Soul Tribe member of the channel. I appreciate you, love. Spirit, tell me about Mr. Smith and Porsche. Will Mr. Smith and Porsche reconcile soon? What is Mr. Smith's true intentions towards Porsche? 5 of Pentacles. 3 of Swords in the reverse. The Tower. Underneath the deck, we have the High Priestess in the reverse and the 6 of Pentacles. Okay. The only reason that Mr. Smith will want to reconcile with you is because he's feeling like he's left out in the cold, kind of like he's abandoned, Porsche. And so this is an energy of someone saying, secretly, I need you to kind of like support me, help my situation get to a better space. I don't know if he's struggling financially or if he feels in lack in some type of way. But yeah, he definitely feels like you just kind of abandoned him. Very triggered here, his energy. And so right now, his mindset's very negative that, that you probably wouldn't accept this offer if you guys were to get back together. But he would love it. But I mean, it's going to take a miracle, he feels, at this point for y'all to get back together. Secretly, he feels like at some point you're probably going to be disappointed by him. So with the Star in the reverse, this is him having lack of faith that this thing can be fixed or repaired to your standards. Is that kind of what I'm getting? Yes. I don't think you're going to benefit out of anything in this relationship. I think for the most part, he would benefit more if you guys got back together. There's something that you actually provide him, a sense of security and stability that he may not receive from other suitors. So that would be the only motivations. But as far as love, I don't see that here. If anything, he's just trying to move on and move forward and avoid a disaster. Yeah. I think it's because there's a lot of past resentment between you two, a lot of issues. And, he just kind of want to be left alone and sulk in his pain. But if you want to come rescue him, he'll be all for that. But don't expect him to be head over heels in love and grow up overnight. Nah. Nope. Definitely getting like a user energy from him for sure. All right, y'all. So we're going to do a sheen next, and then we'll do a couple more, and then we'll wrap up so we can start our all signs reading on our next video, if you guys want to follow me there. So Asheen, are you here? Asheen. Thank you. Just a simple kind of life says, God bless you all. Hope you all have a good weekend. Thank you for that. That's very, very sweet. Thank you. Y'all be sure to hit the like button. Show your girls some love. Especially if you guys are enjoying this free reading night. I know it feels like we haven't got any freebies out, but if you're just not joining us, we have been doing free readings here and there and everywhere and in between. Also taking care of our VIPs, the ones that have went ahead and donated to the channel this evening. Much love to those donors. Asheen is next. Asheen, are you here? Asheen. Oh man, finding the like button is even difficult now. Really? Did they do another update? I know they did one when my live was getting wonky. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, like, what I'm gonna do, like, probably later on this evening is get on somebody else's other live and look at it as a viewer and kind of see what's going on. What do you guys see? Because that's crazy. That's crazy. Asheen, are you here? Asheen. I don't want to start your reading if you're not here, Asheen. Okay, you went to another live and it's like the old way. Okay, all right. So they got my stuff all blocked or something. Ah, that's crazy. Okay. Well, thank you for letting me know, Fred, that they done did me some kind of way. Dang. All right, Asheen, we're going to do your reading. I don't see you, boo, but we're going to do it. Okay, so you want to know, is HB the person from the 10, 15, 25 reading? Okay. Is HB the person from the 10, 15, 25 reading? Okay. Tell me about Asheen's person, HB. HB. Is that the person, HB, from the October 15th reading I did with Asheen? We have the Chariot in reverse. We have the Three of Cups in the reverse. We have the Eight of Swords. Underneath the deck, we have the Tower as well as the Fool. Okay. So it feels like a very similar energy of what we were picking up in that other reading. So I would say yes, especially because most of these cards that are coming up in the spread are yes cards. And it looks like this is somebody that has been thinking a lot about you. So that I would say yes. Yeah, the person that's this is someone who's not very cooperative with you, Asheen, because they don't know how to be self-aware and knowing how to be cooperative. Yeah, they stir up a lot of drama and issues and create their own chaos and confusion in their life. So With that being said, I hope that does bring a little clarity to your situation. So yeah, HB is that person. Okay. Thank you, Shane. Good luck to you. All right. I'm going to go ahead and close the donation shop, and I'll just take one more, maybe two more. I'll take two more free readings. So if you have a question, just drop it into the live chat. And then we're going to switch gears in just a little bit. So go ahead and start our all signs reading. Thank you all so much for being here. All right, Kim, I got your question too. I'm going to do yours next after this free one. Thank you, Kim, so much for joining the Soul Tribe. Thank you, boo, so much. Yeah. All right, let's get a freebie real quick. Let's see who's been here all night. We'll do Tammy. Tammy Davis, 784. Tammy Davis. Tammy Davis, 784. Yes, Kim, I got your payment and I just sent you a confirmation email. So we'll do your reading next. All right, Tammy. Tammy, you want to know about an opportunity to move soon. Will you get an opportunity to move soon? All right, let's check it out. Spirit, tell me about Tammy. Tammy Davis. Will she get an opportunity to move soon? Okay, all right. We have the Ace of Wands in the reverse, the Ace of Swords in the reverse, and then we have the Ten of Wands. You know, underneath the deck, we have the Three of Cups, as well as the Chariot. I think right now the answer is there's going to be delays with this actually happening. So it won't be anytime soon. It's because you got to work out your approach, meaning you may need to be working with other people to get more information or collaborate with others. There's something, a factor about things are just not lining up quite well. And it's causing a lot of burden and stress, I'm sure, for you because you want to make this move happen. But I think it also is, it may be out of alignment with your standards. So what I recommend is give it some more time, do some more research, and really think before you take action. Formulate a plan, make sure you got your money, make sure you got everything in line, and you may need people to help you with this. So I hope that helps, Tammy. Good luck to you. Yeah, Sheen, I just did your reading just a second ago, so just rewind the tape, okay? But the answer to your question, Sheen, was yes. The answer to your question, Sheen, was yes. All right. We're going to close tonight's reading with Miss Kim. Miss Kim, are you still here? You're well welcome, Tammy. And also moving can be quite a big, stressful situation. So again, take your time. Don't rush. All right, Kim, that crown looks good on you, girl. Let's do it. So you want to know, is Tommy still in love with me? You stopped talking today after you stopped sharing your location. All right, let's look at you and Tommy. Oh, Tommy. Let's see. Spirit, tell me the true and honest feelings of Tommy's feelings for Kim right now in this moment. We have the Queen of Swords, Nine of Swords in the reverse, Temperance in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the King of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. You know, Tommy's not feeling too good. Okay. That's why he hasn't talked to you, because right now he has a lot of fears with reaching out. He's just overwhelmed mentally, and he wants to take action towards you to recover things, but it's just hard for him to decide if it's even worth it. Yeah, he's kind of holding on to this thought of, maybe I just need to step back and protect myself because I don't want any issues. You know, I don't want things to get bad, but get worse. Excuse me. I don't want things to get worse, but at the same time, you know, I would really love to be with Kim. Okay. So it's kind of like a love-hate relationship dynamic I'm getting right now between you two. What is his intentions moving forward with Kim? Yeah, I think he'll come around eventually. Right now, he's still in shock. But he's definitely, is going to take him some time. I think he needs more information from you. So I think there needs to be a conversation had between you two. Because right now it's like, what the hell? You know, it's like the shock factor, the confusion, the like, well, dang, do I even want to deal with this? Or should I just step back? You know, so I think he needs to kind of know what the heck. What the heck's going on here? Yeah, the truth. He needs a reassurance. He needs clarity. But he is losing hope, especially since you kind of like got upset with him and turned your location off. It's like dwindling more and more. And so, yeah, be careful. Be careful with this one. It can go either way. I think that's petty, Kim. You said you was upset with him because he forgot to wish you a happy birthday yesterday. Yeah, that's a bit petty. That's a bit petty. And then to like, so in his eyes, I'm not going to say it's petty. I'm saying in his eyes, it's really taking a toll on him. So he feels like, dang, like what the hell? Why is she, you know what I'm saying? Do I even want to deal with, so like, I don't want to deal with the drama of her. I don't want to deal with the mess of her. You know, that's his mindset. So it's like, I'd rather just like step back. I need to just step back because I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear her bitch and complain. Choose your battles. You know, the most powerful thing somebody told me, especially when it comes to a man, choose your battles. Men are a lot more sensitive than women, in a sense where if you really hurt a man's ego and you really make them feel inferior, then you're going to push them away. So you kind of have to, I know this sounds bad, but you kind of have to almost make them feel, kind of put them in their place, but at the same time still lift them up like a kid, you know? So I think the right approach with that is say, oh man, I really wish you would have, I really wish you would have remembered my birthday. Do you know all the other guys remember my birthday? You gonna do me like that? You know, like challenge. Not reprimand, but just say, I can't believe you would forget that because all these other guys I dated, not how dare you, and go off. If you do that, that decreases your value and that decreases your level of attraction. A man does not like a woman that's trying to break them down or treat them like a kid or lecturing them, or, when you do that to a man, it makes them feel like you're not their partner anymore. You're like their mother. And even if this is a man who's very immature and not a thoughtful guy, this is the guy you're with. So if that is a boundary that you have that you don't like, it's just a simple conversation and just say, hey, my birthday is very important to me and I would really like it. And this is the mature conversation instead of the fight and argue. My birthday is very important to me and I would just really like if you would take my birthday into consideration as being a very important time. It's how you communicate. You know what I'm saying, Kim? It's how you communicate to people, because sometimes the way we say it is the way people perceive it. And if they perceive it as a sense of reprimand, a man will definitely start losing feelings for you. So yeah, be careful with him. I would say have a conversation, see how you feel about it, but if from a mature space, and then ask him, was there something I said and did that hurt you? Please let me know, because I don't want to hurt you anymore. You take accountability for your actions as well. Don't put it all on him. He got to change. You got to change too, because you guys are two different people and both of you guys have feelings and both of your feelings are valid. But you got to learn to kind of, choose your battles. So I really hope that helps. I really hope that gives you a sense of peace and understanding and hope to know that it's not all gone, but you really did hurt this guy. All right. Okay. All right, guys. Well, guess what? We made it to the end. I think I'll do one more question though. Just one more question. And then we're going to start our all signs reading. Be sure you guys hit that like button, show your girls some love. Really, really appreciate you guys being here. And we went 2 hours strong on this, and I'm going to be going another couple of hours to do our all signs reading. So please energetically donate to the channel for free by hitting the like button. It means the world to me. And it also shows the algorithm that we have a lot of fun here. So thank you to all those that liked the video, all of those that resonated with the readings tonight. And thank you to you all that hung out with us and watched. And you never know, next time I may pick you. But we're going to pick one more for the road. One more. So drop those hashtag Qs and questions in the chat. Just one more. And then I got to get going. Well, somebody said get something hot to drink. I have some loaded tea, which is kind of like a refresher from Dunkin' Donuts. The little pods. And I did it hot to make it like a hot tea instead of cold brew. And that's what I've been drinking on in this cup here. And then I have my water right here. So I got my hot now, and then I'm going to have my cold in just a second. But what you're hearing is my nose. I'm still a little stuffy. You're welcome, Machine. You're very welcome. I'm so glad that you said it resonated with you. You said I was spot on once again. I'm glad you caught the replay. All right. You're welcome, Machine. Okay, we do one more. All right, we'll do Pisces S7. Pisces, another Soul Tribe member. Thank you so much for recently joining our Soul Tribe, which is our channel membership. If you want to be a member to get free perks, which is free readings, exclusive content, and of course, just other free perks. By just joining, you do get a free mini read. You get 10% off any purchase on my website and other exclusive perks for being a member of the channel. So thank you so much, Pisces S7. And another big shout out goes out to Miss Kim for joining our Soul Tribe today. All right, Pisces, are we going to meet again? You and her after the divorce. Okay. So are you talking about, Pisces, the person you're with getting the divorce with? Or are you talking about someone else? Who you're trying to meet? The person you're getting a divorce, are you going to meet the person you're getting divorced again or someone else? Just want to make sure I'm channeling the right type of message. So Pisces S7, are you talking about the person you're, okay, ex-wife? Okay. So you're talking about the ex-wife Pisces S7? You're talking about your ex-wife? I just want to make sure because I don't want to tell you the wrong message. I need an answer, baby, so I can start. Okay, ex-wife. Okay, got you. All right, making sure it's not like a third party. All right, here we go. Okay. Spirit, tell me about Pisces S7. Will he and his ex-wife reconcile after they have divorced? Will there be a reconciliation? What is this ex-wife's true intentions towards Pisces S7 moving forward? We have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. The Star in the reverse. And the Three of Cups in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Six of Pentacles and the Temperance in the reverse. Okay. You know, I don't really feel like that's the case. I really feel like this is somebody that has been through a lot. I feel like she's overwhelmed, very unstable, emotionally underneath the surface, and very much like disconnected from this. This is not somebody emotionally still tied to this relationship. This is somebody that's kind of checked out, meaning she's kind of checked out of the relationship and decided this is not what she wants. So with that being said, it's very much possible that there will not be a reconciliation on her behalf and not really a desire for that to occur. Now, what I will say is deep-seated pain here about something about generosity that keeps coming up. So I don't know if you were lacking giving her enough in this relationship. And that was her boundary that was crossed, meaning she needed more from you. I don't know if she felt like it was a one-sided relationship. It was something felt like it wasn't fair. I'm going to just say that. She felt like this relationship wasn't fair. And she's very stressed out about it. And she's just like, you know what? I'm done. I think moving away from this relationship has built her sense of confidence. And again, all the cards are saying, I don't want to take action. I don't want to take action. Like, I'd rather go see what else is out there. Seven of Cups. Is there something specifically that Pisces S7 did to like trigger her with this? Six of Swords. Okay. Continuously breaking her trust. She felt like she continuously couldn't trust you. Or there was constantly this harmony, like things never got better. She, again, needed more from you. She needed more effort on your behalf. She wanted you to kind of take the lead on things, you know, be more confident with doing stuff the right way when you had the chance. But now I think that ship has sailed. So I really hope that makes sense for you, Pisces. It's a very hard thing to hear, I'm sure, because I can tell you probably still have feelings for her. But unfortunately, I think the pain has been so significant in her life with this experience that she's kind of just felt like she's reached her breaking point, you know? So I don't know if she's talked to you about this. I don't know if it's shown up in a way that she's giving you the total cold shoulder, but it definitely feels that way in the energy. So good luck to you, Pisces. I hope that gives you some sense of closure, even though it sucks, I'm sure. All right. I think that's all the messages you guys need to hear. We're going to stop here for the night, and then we're going to move over to our all signs reading where we'll have some more fun tonight with you guys. But if you have not got a chance to get a reading tonight, no worries. You can always visit my website, MikaDivineSpiritualGuidance.com, where you can go ahead and book your personal reading with me. And as you guys know, I offer a variety of readings that range from a full video call session where you can ask unlimited questions for a full hour, or you can do a mini read, or you can do pick a reading, 3 questions, love, money, career. You can ask anything. So please, please, please be sure you guys check it out. Again, it's MikaDivineSpiritualGuidance.com. The links, all the important links to what I offer. I sell tarot decks that's signed and autographed by me. I sell ebooks. I sell readings. And of course, anytime we have pop-up fun like this, I sell those as well. So you can definitely get a reading live. Thank you all so much for coming. And you guys follow me to that all signs reading because that's where I'm headed next. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Take care of yourself, collective. Namaste.